Hey guys, Jeff the Nature Guy here at ZooMontana, and you're getting a sneak peek right now at something brand new here at the zoo. You can see her just inside this gap here, and I'm not going to handle her for two reasons. One, she's in quarantine right now, so I want to make sure that I'm not spreading anything to her or her spreading anything to the rest of our animals. But number two is she's not quite yet ready to be handled. She's not used to it. So we're going to have some training with her, and eventually we'll get to the point where we can handle her, but she's not quite there yet. So for her comfort, we're going to leave her inside here. But what am I looking at here? It's called a prehensile-tailed skink. One of my favorite reptiles out there. In fact, they are the largest skink in the world. Not to mention they have this what we call prehensile tail, which basically means that that tail wraps around anything it touches. A lot of monkeys will have that. There's a porcupine that has that. And basically that just allows them essentially to have a third hand or foot up in the trees. They use that to grip on as they're walking high up in the trees. But what's so neat to me about these animals is just how prehistoric they look. They've got that really thick scale on them, that almost alligator snake-like face, just remarkable. Now, the other neat thing about these skinks is that they are one of the few reptiles that actually give birth to live animals. And so when the female has babies, she'll give birth to 1 to sometimes 2 babies at one time, and they're alive, they're not in eggs. And the crazy thing is they come out really big. They're about 1/3 of the size of the full-grown adult skink, which is pretty amazing. That's unreal to me. Now, these guys are herbivores, which means they are actually going to eat a completely plant-based diet. So fruits, they love a specialized creeper that actually, believe it or not, the creeper that they eat has some toxicity to it, but it does not affect the skink of all things, if you can imagine that. But they are arboreal, meaning they spend the majority of their life in the trees, which again is where that tail comes into place. Now, for a reptile, they are pretty social animals, which is why they do really well in this setting here at the zoo. Once we work with her a little bit, she's going to be really good with the keepers, which we're excited about that. But they are social with other skinks as well. So we certainly do hope to get her a buddy in the near future. But like I said, most reptiles are pretty solitary. This one goes against the case. They actually are a relatively social animal. Pretty cool. But we are excited. She is on quarantine on habitat, which means you can see her now at the zoo. She's in our living wall, and obviously you're going to notice a lot of steam in here. She just likes that moisture to keep her nice and healthy, so you'll see that steam being piped in to her habitat, just like the rainforest where she is from. By the way, found in the Solomon Islands, northeast of Australia. Guys, until next time, I am Jeff the Nature Guy with our brand new prehensile-tailed skink.